The first moments of life can be difficult for premature babies, but getting the right treatment at the right time not only helps those babies survive, but thrive. Doug Johnson has the story of two preemies who are living proof of that.
Matthew and Jacob Swatleys, brothers, college students, survivors. Their portrait hangs in the Gallery of Hope, along with other children treated in the NICU of Baptist Women's Hospital.
I would describe them as the greatest miracles that we've ever seen, especially Matt. They're twins. They were born in 1992, and the words NICU were all we knew for about 2 months. They were born 4 weeks prematurely and had hyaline membrane disease. And we met a new group of people called the staff of the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at what then was Baptist East, and our lives changed completely.
The illness is now known as infant respiratory distress syndrome. Babies are born with underdeveloped lungs. Doctors at Baptist brought in a special ventilator that should have only been used for 5 days. Matt had to remain on for 17, swelling to nearly 10 pounds and coming close to death. He survived, but suffered another problem.
I have a high frequency hearing loss, and that has impacted my speech a little bit. But that's probably the one single problem that has really, the only thing that's really has bugged me through my life.
Our boys have grown up to be very normal, healthy children. The first 4 or 5 years of Matt's life were iffy. We did not know what to expect, and he had many downturns.
Matt had bouts of pneumonia when he was younger and now wears a pair of hearing aids. Jake's case was more textbook and he faced fewer problems.
I was just like all the other kids that I grew up with. Went to school, did well, just went out, played with all my friends, had a normal childhood. And the doctors at the NICU, it's thanks to them that I was able to have such a normal, good childhood.
Both went to school at Briarcrest, where their mother teaches, and both have always been encouraged to excel.
I struggled a little bit in school in my elementary days, and my mom always told me, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine, you can do it. And that was one of the things that has pushed me and pushed me to my limit to get me to where I am today.
The boys are now 19 years old, and Matt is a student at the University of Memphis on scholarship, academic scholarship, and he is studying nursing, perhaps to give something back from one of these days for where he's been.
I knew that I wanted to do the medical field in some aspect. I didn't really know until probably my high school, really, when I narrowed it down to nursing, what I actually wanted to do in the medical field, but I always knew I always have a caring personality, and I want to help people.
Jake is a cadet at West Point and living the dream. He's fulfilling a dream that he's wanted for several years.
And it's not just who I am, but what I am, because as a cadet, I represent not just myself, but West Point and the Army and also our country. So while there are some great responsibilities, I feel that I've been given a very good foundation to build upon those.
But they had that foundation, built in part by the caring professionals in the Baptist NICU. A foundation built so well, it allowed 2 sick infants to grow up and live near normal lives.
If my parents had never told my brother and I that we went through what we did when we were just babies, we would never have known.
For Smart Medicine, I'm Doug Johnson.